Hey, you're watching Vinyl 4 Miles, your best resource for music, audio gear, and vinyl reviews. Today we're looking at my favorite 4 pieces of essential gear to cut the noise. I'm talking about how to get rid of that nasty static electricity on your records, dirt, grime, whatever have you, to get the clearest audio possible. Stick around. So what I'm talking about today is just pieces of gear you can pick up, they're all under 50 bucks each, that can clear up the sound of your records and help assist with identifying where noise is coming from. So I'm gonna systematically go through this, starting with your stylus, then going into the record, okay? The number one thing that prevents us all from having amazing sounding records is going to be dirt, grime, static, all kinds of crap on your record. Now, cleaning your record is one thing, but all that grime, that dirt, the fuzz, the lint, it's gonna stick to your stylus. So most of the time, it's pretty easy to identify. You can get a cheap stylus brush and just, brush towards you. You never wanna brush away from you. Brush towards you to get that dirt and grime off. That doesn't always work. So following this method is going to give you the exact location of the dust on the stylus in a way that's pretty much foolproof to remove that dirt and grime without damaging the stylus itself. So the first piece of gear you need to get is a light. You need to get yourself a high quality LED light to identify where the hell all this dirt and grime is sitting on your record and sitting on your stylus. So what I have here, it's called the Uberlight Flex LED Task Light. I know it's a really long name. It's from this company called Reliable. Full transparency, the guy who makes this light, he did send it to me randomly, and he said there's no obligation. He didn't pay me. He just sent it to me and said, hey, check it out, and if you like it, start using it, maybe incorporate it into a video. So I love this light. Holy crap. There's a bunch of cheap Chinese knockoffs on Amazon, but this is the real deal. I'll put the link below if you want to check it out. Plug it in, and there's 2 controls up here. There's one's for your light, so press and hold this. And that is a ton of light. There's several settings. If you press the light button again, it gets brighter and brighter, and then it gets down to dim. So I put it on the brightest setting, which is 3N. And then there's also a temperature button here that changes the temperature. This is like a bright white, kind of like a fluorescent kind of look. This is more of like an indoor look, and then this is kind of like sunlight, natural light. So I like to have it, the artificial looking light. It's easier for me to pick the lint and stuff off my record. So there's several versions of this. This is the desk clamp version, so it comes with like a vice clamp. You can literally clamp it to anything. So you can see my storage shelf here is one of those like metal storage shelves. There's nowhere really to clamp anything to. Somehow this thing clipped to it. So the cool thing about this is it's extremely flexible. So if you're not using it, you can just move it out of the way. If you are using it, you can get it down pretty much as close as you want to the record without touching the record. It's insane. You can change the angle of your light to any position you want, and the thing just stays there. It's so freaking cool. You don't have to get this brand, but I highly recommend it. I'm gonna put the link below. There's tons of them if you look on Amazon. An LED light that's bright enough to pick up where all the dust and grime sit on your record and on your stylus. So the first thing I do is I check my stylus. I do it every time I listen to a record. People say it's overkill, why not just put on a record? But I get so annoyed with like the pops and clicks and like, the dirt and crap that's on there. Sometimes it's your stylus and not the record itself. So I always start right to left, let's call it. First thing I'm gonna do is check out my stylus. So the cool thing about this is I can literally move the light. I'll get a better shot of this so you can see. I can move the light directly on my stylus here, and I can see exactly where the dirt is. So now that I have the light set up, I'm ready to go with that situation. The second thing you should get is zero dust. And this is by a company called Onzow. And what it is literally just a gelatinous substance that sits inside of a cube. It's very odd. I thought it was a gimmick at first, but I bought it and holy crap, like, does this stuff work amazing. All you have to do is clean it every now and then with clean water. Don't use soap or anything like that. It needs to keep its stickiness, but this is a hell of a product. So you can get this under 50 bucks online. The prices tend to vary, especially since like the pandemic. I think prices on all vinyl gear have just been fluctuating. Sometimes it's extremely expensive, sometimes it's affordable. But if you can get this for under 50 bucks, it's a great deal. I personally got mine a couple years ago, but the cool thing about it is it comes with a built-in like magnifying glass here, which you can use to further identify where the hell that dust is. So the first thing I do is I pop the cap off, I use the magnifying glass, and I usually put the magnifying glass like a little bit below the stylus, and this gives you an excellent view of what's going on in there. I then take the Onzow Zero Dust gelatinous area. I keep my tone arm lock on. I place the gel directly below the stylus. I press up once, pull down, press up again, and then pull down. So 2 presses to the stylus, pull directly off, press up, pull directly off. Don't go in either direction. Don't push on it and pull towards you or away from you. Straight up, straight down, twice. That's what I do. It gets every piece of grime and dirt, fuzz, lint off of my stylus, and then go for a second pass with the magnifying glass that's built on the case, and I'm clear. So I am now assured that my stylus has 0 dirt, 0 grime on it. Good to go. Going in order, the next thing I do, I guess I don't do this every single time, especially if it's like a brand new record, it might not need it. But the next thing you need to get yourself is a record roller. There's several brands out there. There's all kinds of different ones. There's super fat ones, there's narrow ones. What I have here is called the record roller, and it's from the company that makes the vinyl vac. I did an in-depth video on this and actually gave one of these away to a subscriber. And this thing is freaking awesome. It's super easy to clean, to use. It keeps its stickiness. This is like your next best option aside from wet cleaning your records, which I highly recommend doing that too, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. These are like essential pieces of gear I'm talking about that are really easy to use, and you don't have to wait like 30 minutes for a record to dry if you get it wet. So the first thing I'm gonna do though is adjust my light to go directly over the record. With the light directly over the record, you can see all the grime, the paper shavings from the inner sleeve. I tend to use this with the record on the platter because it's just easier and saves me time. So what I do is do like a hashtag pattern. And then come from this side. You just want to keep the direction you're going, and that's the main thing. Just if you're going straight, keep it straight, don't curve it. If you do that, you're golden. So that took off a ton of lint and crap. This record is called The Fatal Feast. It's by Municipal Waste. It's a thrash record, and it's on this like toxic splatter, which is actually really hard if you don't have a good light to identify where the heck all the grime and crap is living on this record. So using that light, I can see exactly how much is on there. It's ridiculous. All right, so now we're just about ready to finally listen to this record, and people who don't listen to records usually watching this might be like, why the hell do you listen to records? You can just play a song on your phone or on the computer without having to do all of this work to listen to it. Yeah, it's a little annoying, but it's definitely like part of the ritual, part of the fun. You're putting some TLC into listening to an album that a band put hours and hours of work into, so it's definitely worth it. Moving along, we're almost done here. So we got one, the first thing you need is a good light. Second thing you need is something to clean the stylus. I recommend getting the Onzow Zero Dust. This stuff is freaking magic. No one sent me this, by the way. I found them on my own and I paid for this out of my own pocket. This is the best. If you're using a brush, you're kind of doing damage to your stylus, so I would recommend changing it up. Use the record roller of any kind, but I recommend getting this one here from Vinyl Vac. I'll put a link below. This thing works outstandingly amazing. And then finally, the last thing you need before you put that record on to help get rid of some of this noise, and this is all quick, easy gear to use, is a carbon fiber brush. And the first thing you want to do is make sure that there's a conducting material on the outside. This one is, I think it's aluminum and it's painted like matte black, but they make stainless steel. There's all kinds of different ones. What you want to avoid is anything that's plastic. Carbon fiber brush with a conducting metal going through your body discharges that static electricity into the brush, into your body. And as you pull up and off of it, you're still conducting that energy in your body, and it's keeping all that crap on the carbon fiber brush. And then as soon as you let go, it's discharged, and then you can clean it off. So if that makes sense to you, hopefully it does, I'm gonna demonstrate it right now. This particular carbon fiber brush actually came with my record roller. Like, it came with a 4-pack, 4 things that came inside there. And I actually like this better than my other one I bought. That was way more expensive because it's matte black. I just think it looks more metal. First thing you're gonna do, turn your record on, let it spin. I like to hold it again where the metal is, or the aluminum, so you can keep that conductive energy while you're going through here and discharging the static electricity. You start from the outside in, and you want to hit the spindle in the middle. That's metal. That helps keep the static electricity and discharge it as you pull up. So I'm starting on the outside, go all the way in, just like that. And then I'm going to hit the metal here and pull right up. And then I pull it away from the record and I clean it off. Then I'm done. Set it down, then when I flip it over, do the exact same thing. All right, there you have it. Those are my 4 essential pieces of gear to get the noise out of your records. All of this stuff is under 50 bucks. You could easily invest $100 and have much clearer audio. I know that this is an expensive hobby to get into, but I think at the end of the day, it's worth it. It's protecting your records, it cleans them, it gives you the highest quality audio, and getting all that crap off of the actual LP before you drop your stylus down also protects your stylus too, because it's not running into that dirt and debris that's stuck within the grooves. So I'm putting links to all this stuff down below. I don't get a cut of any of this, so to me, it doesn't really matter if you go out and buy this stuff or not. I just am recommending it from personal experience. All right, thanks for watching this video. If you're interested in more content from me, go ahead and give me a subscribe and like this video. This helps me identify what types of videos you guys like, what you don't like. If you're interested in checking out how to store and protect your vinyl records, that video is right up here. If you're interested in pimping out your storage cube, I have another video I just produced you can check out here. I basically go over how to make your storage area more efficient, clean, and look pretty damn cool with some LED lights. And there you go. Thanks so much for watching this video. And just remember, you don't have to be rich and have $30,000 worth of gear to be an audiophile. It's all about the quest for the most pure, sourced audio possible. And if you're on board for that, that's all that matters. Thanks so much, guys. Until next time, I'm Michael. Peace.